That's enough stupid fucking questions. Let's go back to this. So this is Dizease. He is at a 1686 rating. He's going to be playing Junkrat on Dorado. Piggity piggity pile. Let's see what we got.
There's a sim too. Watch out for turrets.
Dang, monkey will be great. You know what? Let me do that. I got it.
All right. It's an odd place to put a trap. But I have told people I want them to trap more. That was beautiful.
Mercy.
Okay. It was sweet you got the Mercy pick. There's one thing, though, I would do differently here. If you ever want to go down to the low ground and kill someone, shoot, first of all, if you want to kill someone, shoot first, then concuss. Secondly, as you come in here to attack someone, concuss back up to the high ground as your escape.
Kill their Mercy.
See, that should have been your escape there.
They're one shot on the Rhine. One shot on the Rhine. They only have one healer, so their Mercy's running back.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on jumping on their Mercy.
Their Mercy should be back almost. They just killed.
Oh, detonate that!
Mercy's. Killed the Mercy again.
You're not doing terrible. You're actually doing not bad. It looks like you do have a little bit of a trouble, and this could just be familiarity and like being comfortable with the first-person shooters, just keeping people in your, you know, your POV.
Mercy should be running back now.
Genji just uses dash. If no one dies, you have an easy Genji kill for about 2 more seconds. Oh, this is old patch.
Killed their Mercy again.
Okay, trap. I saw that ricochet. I knew that was coming. Okay.
Good shit, guy. Junkrat's up top. Careful. Never mind, he's back on the road now. He's half up. One shot. Nah, he's back up to full.
When fighting everyone, anyone, I should say. Let's go back a little bit. Oh.
Up there. Junk's getting
Hold on, let's go back.
Never mind, he's back on.
This is just general dueling advice.
Junkrat's up top. Careful.
When you're fighting someone,
He's back.
don't run straight at them. Right? Because imagine if this guy was running straight at you. If he's right here, let me actually just get a proper box. If he runs straight at you, the box doesn't change that much. In fact, the box gets a little bit bigger because he's getting closer to you. If you run straight away, the box gets a little bit smaller. But here's the thing with a projectile, if you shoot here, if he goes forward or backwards, he's still getting hit. If he only moves on this plane, there's a 100% chance you are going to hit him if you shoot in the middle of the box. This applies to you too, meaning he's doing this to you. You need to move perpendicular and not parallel with him. Is that right? Did I say those words right? You know what? I'm going to say yes.
On the road.
But you just kind of run straight at him.
He's half up.
Yeah, and you're going to eat that.
Nah, he's back up to full.
Ever thought about streaming Doom? I haven't thought about that. But maybe I could. I enjoyed it.
Junk's up there. Junk's getting pocket Mercy.
You are in voice, and you're given the good deets out.
I don't know if they had a Torb before, but they have one now.
Genji's to your left. Alright, the Reinhardt ulted, he's to your left, he's probably killing some of your friends.
Genji on point.
Or he missed everything. So I think that just comes with, again, keeping the Genji in your point of view, keeping him on screen. That comes with time. I still believe that's a more familiarity issue with first-person shooters more than anything.
Damn. That was a good tire combo.
Yeah, that was a good tire combo. They want both combos. We're good. Just regroup.
Yeah, they got 2 ults down now.
I used my ult. How did you guys die?
We got Junkrat tired.
No, I used my ult though.
Oh. I would tell the Zen that the Junkrat tire does 600 damage. The Zen's like, you should have been safe. It's like, no, Zen. It doesn't work like that.
Their Mercy's down.
Ooh, thank you.
There you go.
Sweet.
That's the old flankaroo.
Steve, it's out of-
Hey.
Got her.
Alright, you want to push up at this point?
Gotta trace this like that.
Punch! Oh, you could have punched her. Remember, Tracer, 150 health. 120 from a shot, and a melee kills her.
Discord on. Oh,
Also, you could have stayed up there, or at least got the health pack. I know it's good to give like 50 health of ultimate charge to your supports, but sometimes it's risky. That shit's coming right to you. There you go. Now you're moving parallel. Trap. You're this far up. Trap, trap, trap.
They have 2 healers now. Zen just ulted.
You're so far up. Needed that trap.
Actually, they don't have. Oh my god, I just fucking wasted that.
You didn't waste it.
Get somewhere with it.
You can get something. Oh, no. It's too long this way. Oh, you still got the mini diva. He accidentally ulted from spawn.
Or spawn on accident.
Don't take the flanks just because it's a time limit. Someone's attacking your trap, so that means they're behind you. That means your escape is compromised. Punch.
Got their Tracer down.
Trap.
They got one of the healers.
Just shoot stuff. Okay. So I think I would say I don't want to say you panicked, but you panicked. Oh shit, that's...
Diva's out of map.
So trap close to spawn at this point. It looked like you're like, fuck it, I'm committing on this Zen. And I'm just doing it. That's cool. That's fine, you can do that. Right there, this is general accuracy issues. But you kind of just... You really went in heavy-handed, and you're just kind of shooting at stuff randomly around you. Like you, like just kind of like, I don't want to say, yeah, logic went out the window. You're just like, whoever's in front of me, I'm shooting. Just try to keep a clear sort of presence of mind while you're, doing that. You don't got to jump in all willy-nilly.
Mercy is dead.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. You didn't even look at her, but you shot her.
Their Mercy just used res.
There you go. There's the trap I was looking for. At this point, you want to... Okay, your team's dead, so that's alright. I was gonna say, if your team was alive, with the amount of time left and the fact that you just got your ult, you're at like 98%, I actually would have backed out and tried to ult in if your team was still alive. But your team was dead, so it's fine if you just died.
Yeah, try that. I got it pretty far, but...
Someone needs to hit point. I got a tire.
Yeah,
I'm coming in with tire. I'm I'm coming in with tire.
I couldn't get there in time.
Damn.
We got it far, guys. We're just
Wasn't bad.
We just gotta hold it.
Spawn trap. I assume this is very effective at low SRs.
Got this first bend right here. Or are you talking about back there where the arch is?
back here where the arch is. This first bed right here. Hold in here. I just move back and stay back. Shoot at him. Don't let him make it easy.
So you wanted to retrap already. Looks like the majority of the team's left side, so let's start focusing on left side. Oh, nope, there's one on the right side.
Reaper's on. She's protecting everybody. Shoot her.
Okay.
Reaper's
It's always risky going that close mano a mano against the Reaper because he can first he can kill you in one shot. But yeah, it worked out. I think actually the lack of the trap is what got you in a little bit of trouble there. If you trapped the top of the stairs, you could have put focus on the left side, and then as soon as someone got trapped, then you could have switched your focus to the right side, and through that you could have backed out as well. Remember, trap gives good information. Okay, tire control was rough. Did they get that? Oh, they did get it. You gotta get out. Oh, that's one way out. So as soon as they capture that, and you know they got 5 minutes on the board, you need to get out. They got the spawn advantage. There's no real tactical advantage to holding up that far. You just need to back out and kind of reset.
Well, I'm on fire and I'm doing pretty well, but I can swap.
I mean, I'm logically on fire, but if no one else is willing to swap, I don't know if my help us stop it. I know how frustrating.
I like that. All right, holy fuck. This shot is underrated.
I know how frustrating.
These shots right here were... So if you want to know how I shoot a lot of the time, like if this is a corner, I'm going to shoot so that the projectile is as close to this corner as possible. So that gives someone on the other side of this the lowest amount of time to see the projectile coming. And these are the same way. Like you shoot the projectile right there and you get super low. I love those shots. Those are actually really high accuracy stuff. Okay, trap. Trap. Just don't commit that hard. That's all there is to it.
Might be the one that went out of voice chat.
I notice this. I keep on noticing this more and more. Is that people on Junkrat, they'll start shooting at a target and they run at it at the same time. You can stay on the high ground and just shoot at the target. I know you really wanted to kill the Mercy, but you don't have to dive her. Like here, I think you would have been more effective if you're on the high ground as well.
Mercy one shot.
Oh man, he got shot in the back of the head. Did he use that mine to escape instead of throwing it in the building? Oh, got greedy. Oh, here it is again. Die on her. Oh, the bubble. Okay, so these last 2 or 3 deaths, it's just been
Do you guys want me to swap to a healer?
super overcommitted. We swapping.
The only one I'm decent at is Lucio, so I'm coming back.
I'm coming to you. Oh, fuck.
Okay, here's Lucio shift. He's adapting.
Reaper up top.
I would get off the point.
Reaper behind you.
Yeah, you're just the entire time you're just way too in close. I get if you're just trying to stall the cart. I guess it was just you and the diva.
Oh man,
Also, when you're there, I don't know if anyone died after you. I actually wasn't looking at the kill counter, but just double check if anyone's, you know, about to respawn.
The Zarya used ult.
Enemies on my radar.
oh,
I like how someone on your team went Junkrat. Oh, you guys are just getting rolled now. So basically, all of you guys are just running on point. It's not a stagger, but it's like you're running single file line.
410 push. We got this.
Comes to your left, Zarya.
Reaper one shot. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Yo, give your Mercy some lovin'.
Push out. I got res, so just go ahead and just die at the payload. I'll hide.
Do someone want to go Bastion just to fuck with shit?
I would love to go Bastion right now.
I'd keep our Ryan if we have Bastion though.
You may want to get at least a little bit of a high ground.
Junkrat is this
I'm trapped by Junkrat's thing. Alright.
You want some type of positional advantage. And yeah, you can wall ride, so you can get up there easy. Okay, not terrible.
Reaper on point, Reaper on point.
Okay, you didn't. I was actually terrified for a second that you shot him at your team, but that's fine. You booped him the right way.
Hey, who's that critical over there?
And I think the ult was fine. I think you used it. I don't know if you thought about using or like why you used it. I think you're just. I don't want to say you were panicked.
Oh, okay.
You're just like, I'll get this ult. It'll stop this push, which it did. And I think it did help because it saved your ass from the Reaper ult.
Someone left.
So I think it was fine. Just remember, have a distinct reason for doing that. And if you think you're like, well, I thought the fight wasn't going our way, like the tire did get a pick, but
Top left.
I still felt really bad, and I used it, and it did save saved you. I don't know if it saved everyone else in your team, but hey, that's how you learn.
Someone's coming behind to flank.
So you need the Reinhardt's attacking someone. You could help him put pressure on whoever that was.
Their Lucio's up front. Their Ryan's up top still.
So looks like wall riding you're not comfortable with.
Well, Sombra's all about flanking, so.
You could get up to the. I would prefer you on the top and fall down if anything happened.
Yeah, we can still win this. We just
Especially since you could just wall right up there.
Don't give me a reason to go out there, Rag. I need to stay alive.
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, Junkrat, come back.
Oh, nice.
Don't be the first one in.
Mercy res, mercy res.
What, I can't. Oh, what's wrong?
They just dropped the beat. They're coming in. They're trying to wombo.
Oh, that guy died.
Okay.
Get their mercy and their healers. Come on, guys. I got
Ooh.
drop beat. I'm gonna come back after I res.
Careful. If the PTR patch goes live, that ult would not be refunded.
Alright, go in, go in. I'm coming back.
So even when you're like dance on the point, dance on the point. That's a good ult. That's a good ult on his part. You guys get the old wombo.
Yeah, not with 2 ults on it.
Okay, well, that was a game. That was a game indeed. So I will just ignore your Lucio play for the most part, just because we don't got enough data on it. It was like 3 or 4 deaths. It was like, I think, 2 minutes worth of Lucio. If anything about Lucio, wall ride more. you weren't wall riding at all. That's why I say that. Get to a a little bit higher vantage point. Yeah, keep people away. You did boop the Reaper, but Jesus Christ, it reminds me of people call it Beyblade. That's a fucking dumb name. I like calling it Pinwheel. Essentially, when Honest Speed Boost gave speed, Junkrat's Concussive Mine would turn him into a fucking death machine if he got pushed the wrong way. Just very careful with that. Sometimes you get the spinning Reaper of Doom coming at your own team. That I've lost some games that way. I'll just say it. I'll put it that way. So with Junkrat. Alright, first of all, I just want to get this out. Trap more. Whenever you're far forward, trap. And then run backwards. Position, keep high ground more often. And that has more to do with this information is... stop running. Stop running at people while you're shooting. Yes, you can close the distance to make your shots more accurate. But when you have the high ground, like, don't give it up just to dive on one person to try to confirm a kill. It's better for you to harass from above and try to get a kill that way and staying alive, rather than jumping on one person, getting the kill, and then dying. Trades usually favor the offense until usually the last point. Or under other distinct circumstances, but none of which you had. They were all... The fight was just starting, and you're like, fuck it, trading Mercy for Junkrat. Which actually maybe not a bad... I would have to see about that. It may not be a bad idea now, since people really depend on Mercy. But that's another topic, another conversation. Yeah, you're running at people constantly. Have an out. So have an out. Have an escape route. Right? What is Junkrat's plan? Lights the fuse. Lights the fuse. Puts on an inconspicuous disguise. Delivers the money, and then it blows up. I don't know. It's like part 3. I think it's part 3. I forget. I'd have to look at it. Let's say part 3. You need a way out. So with a lot of, if you are going to be close in, like here, just because of a habit, remember, use that Concussive Mine at the end to get to a high ground, or for you. That's basically your escape route. You wanna get out of there. Yeah, try to not make things such suicide options. Your accuracy, that's going to come in time. We kind of had this conversation previous review, but at 1600, the biggest issues are going to be familiarity with a first-person shooter. It's not even going to be Overwatch specific. It's not going to be like game sense specific. It's just going to be like, can you move around? Can you keep track of your enemies? Even without shooting them, can you just keep your enemies like within your view? That's the biggest ones. Can you move properly? Do you know what you're doing when you're moving? Do you know how you're shooting? Do you know what you like? Generalities with shooting. So always, always, always play more when you're at this level. It is the most important thing in the game by far. Get familiar and comfortable with the first-person shooter setup. Over time, your action will get to a point where we can start talking about it more. And your mobility will get to a point where we start talking about it more. Hit the fuse, inconspicuous. Front door, reveal, grab the gold. Okay, there we go. It's part 5. Yeah. So, yeah, part 5. But more importantly, play more. Most of your mistakes were just kind of like very large, gross motor movements, I would consider them. Accuracy with your primary, accuracy with your concussion. Traps, it's just like using traps when you feel like you're very far forward, just because that's highest chance of getting someone to trap. But there's a lot of times where you couldn't keep the enemy in your view. You were just kind of like, oh shit, the guy went above me, like, I can't keep track of that. I'm just gonna keep on going forward. That's the type of thing. Also, sound. There's a couple times where you kind of got. There's a Reaper like on your 6 and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of your tires. I guess you had the blimp tire here. Your tire was all right. Killed the Mercy on that one. Got greedy on that one. Trying to think of your other ones. Pros advice: get good. It's not just getting good. Like there is a method of getting good, but I need you to be at a reasonable point with like just being comfortable with the tools you've been given. Right? It's just the way it is. It's hard to teach someone how to swing a bat, but like better when they don't know how to like they've never swung a bat in their life. You just kind of help them with the basics of it, and they keep on doing it, and then they kind of get it to a point where you can fix it. Right? You can't bring advanced techniques or even intermediate techniques to a beginner. It just doesn't work that way. You want to move up like, the staircase, right? And right now at, 1600, 1500, you're at the bottom. You're just starting, right? You're starting your first person shooter career. And we got to take that first little step, which is familiarity, just understanding the tools. Yeah, so if you're comfortable with your sensitivity, I think you seem comfortable with it. There weren't any times I thought you would needed a faster one, and I didn't see any times you needed a slower one. Because your accuracy is just lower in general from starting new, I can't even give you like tips about sensitivity. Right? We can't say if it needs to be higher or lower. Just find something you're comfortable with and try to play with that. Positioning, so keeping the high ground. You had a really bad habit, and this is what stop running forward. You're in the middle of it. We'll call it no man's land. And this is what I usually tell tracers, because this is usually their biggest issue. As a team is set up here, and the enemy team is set up here, just don't fucking be here. And the reason of that is that someone could be shooting over here just normally, and you'll get hit accidentally. Right? You know where there's a good place to get shot at? In front of the Reinhardt shield. You know where there's a good place to not get shot at? Behind it. And it's not just because the Reinhardt shield is stopping things. It's because people are shooting at the Reinhardt shield, so there's going to be a lot of attacks going this way. So just stay out of no man's land. When you attacked, and because of the way you ran forward at people, you would just run like this, and all of a sudden you're here, and you're just going to get shot in the face. I did a slight little discussion, so when fighting someone one-on-one, you try to want to go left, right, more than at or away from them. Because this technically doesn't change your hitbox too much. Left and right, though, they'll have to keep on moving with it. I think those are the... I think that's most of them. Not most of them? Yeah, that's most of them. Yeah, I still think your biggest issue is the familiarity and playing more. Once you get a grasp of the tools, we can start working on you next time. As a coach, as a mentor, they need to see you through multiple steps. So when you return, we will, go to it. But I don't see any bad habits. I think you're doing everything fine. Well, bad habits except for, I guess this is running at people and giving up the high ground for a suicide kill. In time, my friend, in time. I think people get up close to people because it's easier to hit them, especially Junkrat. I agree, but don't do that. I've been noticing it more and more, and I think I've said this for like the past 3 weeks. A lot of Junkrats do this, at least at the low SR ones. You got to keep your position, your advantage positionally, and if you miss the attack, I guess we can talk about this. This is something. It has to do with target prioritization, and Well, we've always talked about this, how to catch a monkey. We haven't talked about this in a while. I wonder how many people actually don't know this. We haven't visited this in a long ass time, have we? We haven't. I'll go over it. All right. So catching a monkey. Essentially what it is, if you damage someone once, don't think you have to kill them. It's your own tension that's getting you. Am I going to show the video game? Sure, why not? So